Hello, this is Creso, and I'm here for part 9 of the Human Journal. This journal, I'm going to talk about basically what I've been observing. I've been observing other paradigms, some stuff that I've seen other people, what they focus on, and how sometimes, when we see certain things, I don't know, I could just basically say that you start to develop a feeling of something. And this is what I go through sometimes, not all the time, but. And I just have to, for myself, I have to keep what I envision alive because it is real. It's just that what I envision of people, myself, or everybody else, and I was going to talk about what the focus is, and sometimes we see certain things, it kind of makes you feel a certain way. I know I talk about this in different parts of my journal, all my parts so far, but I'm just recording this, same as if I'm writing something down or writing a journal. And I'm just gonna be very, very loose about this, but I know it takes a lot to share my journal in this kind of way to everybody, but I figured, why not? I just made a decision to do it. Anyway, I go online and I do my best to be positive, do my best to remind myself who I am. And there's some things I'm going through within myself, and I have to, for myself, I have to basically remind myself the opposite. Just basically tell myself good things. And I see people, a good number of people, and this is what I've been observing for a very long time too. A lot of people, they seem, I want to say a good number of people, okay? Just a good number of people. Let's just say on the internet, for example. People, they seem to be attracted to drama. I just feel like a lot of people just love, I feel like a lot of people are more quick to respond to something negative than something good. And I'm just gonna be open here, everybody. I'm just gonna be open here on this journal. That frustrates me about people. Sometimes I look at myself and I get frustrated. And it's like, just recently I'm looking at something. Let me see here an example. Just whatever, a celebrity, right? Let's just say some celebrity say something, some racial slur, whatever. I'm not gonna give names, but, and it seemed to be one of the top trends. Now, I feel like, it's like, I could say to myself, well, that's just an illusion. The media really can't really define people. It's just an idea. But then sometimes I feel that basically it does define some people in some way. And what I'm trying to say is that because a good number of us, you see, we focus on something negative so much, so blindly, you just take it in like candy. And the media is just a reflection. The media is just a reflection. It is a suggested idea. It will suggest for you to feel a certain way and for you to make comments and for you to go in a discussion board and talk about this person, that this person's this and that. It's suggested for you to do that. But But yeah, I just feel like it's a pattern with people. It could be anything around, anything that's in the media. And I did create a clip on the media, but I just wanted to talk about in this journal about people just, I just feel like people love drama. And I'm going to tell you openly here, this is the point of my journal, just sharing stuff. It's not like my other clips. I don't know, that's just how I look at it. But I feel that within myself, I'm being tested how I feel about humans. Even myself, even though I'm in a human body. But I said to myself, you know what? Not everybody does this. I mean, everybody is in their own experience. Everybody's doing different things, you know? But the feelings I come across, it just seems like a good number of people love problems. That's why the news and every garbage that you see on the internet, and that's why you have these stupid reality shows. And what else? Oh, you got these type of shows. I'm gonna say the name. I can't give an example of a description, but let's say Jerry Springer. Okay, these type of shows. I mean, they used to be prime time, Jerry Springer, but now it's on late nights. But I just know because I flip the channel and it's just whatever. But I do watch other shows like comedy and something good. I don't know. But it just seems like a lot of people love drama. And going back and forth within myself, like I'm like saying to myself, I guess that's just the idea of being human. It's just attaching yourself to problems. But then I say to myself, no, I always say to myself, being human is just an experience. It's a self-discovery for consciousness. You know. And I said to a little early on before I did early on, I say to myself, what I love is spiritual expansion. People expanding spiritually. I mean, I'm like, it's this part of it. It's part of stuff that what I envision. That people are no longer humans. You know, they just evolve into a different form. I mean, I do see humanoids, but the behavior, you know, just the stupid stuff that we hold up, you know, and we think that's just life. I see a lot of people, and see, this is what keeps me going. This is what keeps what I envision going, is that I vision humans evolve into something greater because who you are inside. I mean, you are consciousness. And, you know, a friend of mine, we was talking about this, and she was talking to me about, she feels the same way like I do, but you see, her angle is that she sees people evolve now. Like, I mean, that's what she doesn't like to cling on to the idea of human. I think that's just, and I don't like to identify myself as just human. I see myself more than human. I guess for myself, I do appreciate the process of people going into a different stage, and but then I could also like the idea that physically and spiritually people evolve now. Yeah, just the stuff that I go through, I just feel I have my moments that I feel very discouraged about people. I mean, I know that not everybody's the same. Sometimes I don't even like to go on the internet. Sometimes it's the focus. That's why I always inspire everybody to build a new multimedia or a new social media that talks about inspirational stuff. And I feel like a lot of the garbage that we talk about is so toxic. It's very toxic. It's very toxic that it basically doesn't do anything good. I mean, you may get like a brief high on something, but it's just that there's no joy. There's no real joy in it. It just frustrates me about people. It's like a lot of people. They just I'm sharing this journal, especially this particular one, to tell you just different moments I have. Even though I talk about my background, even though I tell you where I'm at spiritually, sometimes I have these feelings, and I have to talk to myself. So I'm hoping that by me sharing this is an example how I have my moments and how I do my best to go about it and not let it bring me down. I mean, if it does bring me down, it's my choice, And every feeling I have, or all the stuff that I go through, everything's all based on experience. And at the same time, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to express stuff, because when I do express stuff, that the theme of most of the things I say, just about everything I say, is to inspire everybody, because I'm all about self-empowerment. That's the type of being that I describe myself. I look into this idea of self-empowerment. I look at what it stands for, and it kind of it just matches me, So yeah, I told her to go back. I said, I'm like, it could be a long thread conversation. Sometimes I look at people, I'm like on the internet, like, what is wrong with a lot of people? Why are they so hooked up on, for example, this person say a racial slur, whatever. So, and it sometimes in my own head. Sometimes my own mind would challenge me. My own mind will suggest to me, it's like, Crystal, you're inspiring. You're inspiring people to do the opposite of the so-called norm. And look, there's still people that focus on the negative. People still focus on stuff that doesn't really mean anything. And how are you going to basically inspire the world? How are you going to do that? And see, that's what my head suggests. It's throwing all these things at me. Now, I could sit there and accept that voice. Yeah, you know what? I think everything I say on Twitter is pointless. And I could stay with that, with this idea that there's no hope for humanity. I could stay with that. It's not just the celebrity, but it's the other garbage that a lot of us, a good number of us, focus on. And then I tend to focus on something negative. It's like, I could sit there and feel hopeless, but I'm not. And this is what I do. I have to, basically what I do from within is that I step outside of all this. I have to remind myself that I'm bigger than all this stuff. All these problems, these petty problems that so many of us hold on to, and we gossip, and we talk about this and that, and I realize that it's just an idea, but it's an idea of getting yourself into it. It's an idea that suggests for you to be small. So yeah, if you're gonna hold on to toxic stuff, gossip, and doing all this stuff, and complain, and do whatever, it's what it's doing. It's just it just shrinks you. I mean, not saying it's like a permanent thing, but even for myself, it will shrink you. But if you wanna, I see that it's a choice for everybody. If you want to enjoy what life really is, and understand that you are bliss, yeah. I mean, you're gonna say within yourself spiritually, do I have to basically focus on or devote my time into commenting what people are saying, all that. And I'm saying this to myself too now. Even though I'm saying that, I'm doing this journal because to inspire myself and to inspire you and to let you know what I do when these certain ideas come across. Like I told you, my other human journal, even though you could be in a different state spiritually, see, life is all about suggested ideas. Things are going to be suggested to you. This is where you come in. You have a choice to make. You can either stay at a certain place, okay, and if you stay there, let's just say you decide to be small. I mean, I'm not saying to condemn yourself, or is not saying that you're permanently condemned, like you're going to hell. No. I just want to inspire everybody, even myself, to do the best you can to maintain yourself in a good state or keep your vibe up. Man, sometimes like I have to tell my head, sometimes the feeling I have, sometimes I feel like that's just how people are. It's like my mind suggests that is the way all humans are. All humans do is complain and stay in a very low energy state. And that's it. That's what my mind suggests. And again, it will suggest things like, why are you doing these things? Why are you constantly inspiring people? It will suggest certain things too, further. You see, I got stuff my own, but I know what I have to do. I just have to do the opposite. I can still say that I'm not the same being that I was a year ago, a few years ago, whatever. But I'm like, but life is all about choices. No matter what dimension, you could be in this dimension, you could be in another dimension. Which reality that you're going to put yourself under? And life is so infinite. There are a lot of realities that honestly, that I just don't prefer to be in. There's a lot of realities. Yeah, I could put myself in these talk shows and talk about how someone cheated on me, and I could slide myself in that reality, and then I end up fighting some dude in a stage, and and make myself like a real whatever. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest how I feel about this. I could do that. I mean, I could be in a thread line message about how I was a fan of this person, and now I hate this person because this person said a racial slur. So I could just piggyback off everybody's negative vibe and talk about that. I could do that too. But you see, because I understand what life is, and yes, there's so many different possibilities of life in all different directions, I have to say to myself, why would I want to go there and stay there? But even if I did, I could get right back out. And it doesn't really mean that it permanently takes anything away from who you really are. You see, everybody, I want to say this. You see, if you're the type of person that just loves drama, right? You love drama. Let's say, for example, you're described as a drama queen or king, whatever. You're still consciousness. Okay? You're just in a reality that you prefer for the time being. But now I'm going to say this. Even though there's so many different realities, I'm going to inspire everybody to put themselves in a reality that's going to be surrounded. I mean, you are bliss. To put yourself in a reality to enjoy your blissful life. Okay? You see, to me, life is like it has so many different rooms. Every reality, every dimension to me is a room. Okay? I said something like this in my other parts. Which room do you prefer to be in? Do you prefer to be in a room that's just full of blissful? You're joy, you're happy, you're connecting with other beings that's in the same frequency level as you are, right? Or do you want to be in a room that's just basically chaotic, drama, complain, da da da, whatever. Which room you want to be in. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because it's like, but I'm gonna tell you what I was saying earlier in this clip about seeing people evolve. Yeah, I do see people shifting out of evolving past human. Let me just put it this way. I just want to say this correctly. You may say to yourself that I'm in a human body. Okay? Yes, I'm in a human body. Okay? But like I always say, you're not just human. Okay? I know some of the stuff I might say may seem confusing. I say things past tense or future tense, whatever. You see, and I hope this comes up. I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. What I see you now, okay, what I see you right now evolve, in your head, it might say, oh, it could be the future one day. No, not really, no. Is that for me, deep down in spirit, I could say that I see you evolve now. But your head is going to tell you, no, you haven't. You're still whatever. You feel a certain way about yourself. How can you say that, Crystal? How can you say that I'm evolved? Look at me. It doesn't matter. This is what I envision in you, because this is what I envision you is what I envision myself. So, yeah. But yeah, I have moments, everybody. I have moments. I do. For that moment, I feel discouraged. Just seeing, just getting a grasp of a good number of people where they at, and I'm like, it's like, wow, you know, it's like, I thought about saying something that's so controversial, and on Twitter or whatever, and I was to myself, I haven't done it, but I'd say, if I say something that's so controversial, I bet you I'll get like 3,000 retweets and 3,000 comments, whatever. But if I say something like I normally say, it's different. I'll get more responses from people if they say something to me negative versus something the opposite. I felt that way to myself, even though I haven't. A lot of stuff that I say, I guess, is very rogue. But when I look at other people, what they say on Twitter, for example, and the stuff they're saying, I'm gonna be very blunt for everybody. The stuff a lot of people say are very juvenile. It's like they get a lot of responses. Either they get a lot of retweets or they get a lot of responses, because it seems like in juvenile, also with that drama, just a lot of drama. Or the one country is being bombarded, whatever story, that the people are victims. So a lot of people respond to that. So either someone that's drama on all kinds of level, people seem to attach themselves by choice, like candy. And this is the part that I have to tell myself, not get caught into my own head, that consciousness is power. And that what I see spiritually, people evolve. And that's the choice that I take. I do like the process of seeing people evolve on a, like, what I mean is, I said this in my other journal clip. There's so many different dimensions. I'm going to say this carefully, and hopefully this makes sense to everybody. There's so many different dimensions, or different realities, right? You see, there's so many different, I call this different time tracks, okay? Let's just put it this way. Anything that's happening, let's say you will call it the future. It's happening now. It's okay? So maybe I could just go like this. There is no future, there is no past. Everything's happening right now. Right now. Or I could say some realities, time works faster, and other realities, time goes slower. Okay. You ever be at a job and you feel like time goes so fast, and you kind of, you know, depends on your focus. If you focus, like let's say you focus to be home, you want to leave this job and you want to go home, You always ask yourself, why is always the last hour? The last hour of your job seems to be the slowest. It seems like it's taking forever. But in other times, see, if you let go and that you're all gonna be home, right? And you're not put too much emphasis on it, it's kind of tricky, what I'm about to say. You see, when you don't put too much attention towards it, your reality, the time that you kind of slide yourself into, okay? Every reality is very similar to the other. Some realities are like drastically different, but you slide yourself into another reality and say, wow, time went by fast, okay? You probably don't really look at it that way in a deeper sense the way I'm describing. So what I'm trying to say is that every reality, okay, all right, time works differently, okay? Things also, in other sense too, things do happen simultaneously, okay, whether you choose to believe me or not. So, yeah, so the fact that you see time go so fast, or the week goes so fast, or even in your head, you feel like today is Tuesday, but today is Thursday, you find yourself, well, why I still think it's Tuesday, right? You ever wonder that? You ever ask yourself why you think that sometimes? It's because, and I'm serious about this, it's because you are observing, simultaneously, you are observing different days or different times of your reality. So I know it's pretty technical, it's pretty deep what I'm saying, but I had to say this as an example because why I say that humans evolved, okay? Evolved, okay? Like right now, okay? But at the same time, I do like the process to see people shifting from one place to another place. Being at a point that, you know, that you don't know who you are for the moment, and then boom, you find yourself who you really are. And you just literally like, you just soar. You know, you spread your wings and you just soar because that's who you are inside. So there's different realities I could pick. So, I don't know, I'm just being honest here. I just like the process part. Sometimes I don't like the process part. I do like to see people on a physical part evolve now. But even though spiritually, I do see people evolve now, I have to say to myself that the spiritual world is much more dominant in any physical world. No matter if it's earth or any physical world, doesn't matter. So I'm just sharing what part of me, the discussion I have on this note about humans, just sharing this to everybody on that part. But the other part, I just wanted to talk about stuff that I see on the internet. It's you know, I do my best not to focus on the negative stuff. But if somehow it comes my way, I have to. I mean, it's best for me to do this. That I have to flip it. People show pictures of the worst case situation going on in the world. I just have to flip it. I love flipping it. You know why? Because that's power right there. But I can stay in a world that everything seems doom and gloom. I could stay there too. I could stay in that world. I can. And so do you. You could stay in that world too. But I just want to inspire everybody to really focus on something good. And like I've been saying in all my journal clips, feed your mind good stuff. Okay? Feed your mind. Align yourself what you prefer, really prefer. But if you like drama, the same goes for me now, you can stay there. But understand this, everybody. Understand this. You are consciousness, and that means you can shift in different realities. Of course, for me, I'm going to inspire people to focus on something good. That's something that I chose. That is my objective. This is what I prefer. I prefer people enjoying their blissful life. Yes, I do. Because I fully understand that when you align yourself with certain things, it comes with stuff. You understand, everybody? It comes with stuff. Your spirit loves a nice, warm, blissful life. You feel happy, your peace of mind. I'm like, that is truly priceless. No money could buy that. To me, the drama and all the chaos, to me, I think for me, it's just all mental. Mental and the physical. And that what makes it special about humanity on that note. Like I said, all my parts of my human journal. This dimension is the physical and mental. But like I always told you, what's the most dominant in the background is spiritual. So, and that goes for any dimension. Doesn't matter if it's Earth. But on Earth, it seems to be the physical and mental that a lot of people seem, not all, but a good number of people feel like that's what you see. That's what that's what your intellect mind likes. Your intellect mind say, hey, look what we see on the news, look what we see. And that's it, what the world is coming to. Because your mind is fixated on what it sees. Remember I told you, the human mind can't see far. But when you see things spiritually, beyond your two eyes, I told you this in my other parts, the third eye, your pineal gland. Okay, when you start to see things spiritually, go within yourself, see past what you see with your two eyes, or what you hear, or what you feel. Let's just go further on that. Go within yourself and look past the chaos. Look past the chaos. Your consciousness, everybody. Look past those chaos right now. And I'm saying this to myself now. Not just saying it to you. So I just have to remind myself, not get caught up so much, because, man, I just want to share this with everybody that I have certain feelings about people. I just had moments like, damn, it's like, is this any hope for people? But again, not everybody, but for my own self, I'm glad I don't stay there. I mean, if I do stay there, like I told you, with everything else in life, you can always get out. You're never condemned. I mean, I'll tell everybody, even myself, don't condemn yourself. Not even for a moment. I mean, it's just don't do that to yourself. But, I just wanted to share this. I was just sharing how I felt early. That's why I'm doing this 9th part. All my journal clips I've done so far, and sometimes it just comes up, and I just share it openly. Life is all about possibilities. It's not just one way. It's not just one way. Your own mind is going to tell you this is the only way. And I'm just saying to everybody, there's always a way. There's always more than one way, all the time. You gotta really look. You gotta look past what you see with your two eyes. You gotta look past what you hear. You gotta look past what you touch, okay, or what you smell, whatever. Just do what you can within yourself. Go within yourself. I tell some of my followers to meditate. Meditation, it's really powerful. Okay, meditate. Listen to some music. Listen to some vibrational music. Listen. Go on YouTube and look it up. There's tons of stuff on YouTube that can help you meditate. That will assist you to meditate. Put you in a different state. I mean, you deserve to. I tell you, I don't know you. We haven't met. But I gotta say this, you deserve every great thing in life. You deserve to align yourself with other beings that basically share the same frequency level as you have. You deserve it. I just want to say that. And same goes for me. I deserve it. I deserve it. So anyway, I feel better. I feel a little bit better. I feel a lot more better actually sharing this. I was a little down, but I felt better. I feel better, and I truly believe what you hear in this journal club. And not just this one, but all of them, and the rest of my clubs. I believe in my heart that you inspired. So I have some people that follow me on Twitter. They feel inspired by me, and I feel good about it. I do, because it's a connection. It's all about connection. We're connected. We're all consciousness. And I understand everybody. Their freedom, your freedom to observe, your freedom to go to any kind of room you like to go into life. Okay, so you are freedom, everybody. So just that, understand that it's never too late. Understand that you can always shift into one reality to the other reality, and that's the truth. That is what life really about. I mean, there's other things, but I just want to say it on this note. Okay, life is not just built on one way. Believe that. So, okay. Until then, I will be back for my 10th part of the Human Journal. Don't know what I'm going to write. Oh, I'm sorry, not write. I don't know what I'm going to record, but whatever comes to mind and what's in my heart, mostly from my heart, I'm going to record. So I will be back for part 10. Take care.